Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. I have some background music that I hope isn't too overpowering. Just really trying to drown out some background noise on the other side. So, what's the topic of the day? How attainable is your greatest joy? How attainable is your greatest joy? It's unrealistic, but completely possible. It's unrealistic, but perfectly possible. Oh no. Didn't even ask a question yet for the cards. So there's a candle here in the background, right there, that I had left somewhere, and I had been wanting to retrieve it, and I had to remind myself to do so. The candle. Don't forget the candle. You can't hold a candle to it. Excuse me. And there's something about that saying. The origin of the saying stems from a time that predates electricity, and an apprentice would hold a candle for the master. But I think we're in a time where we need to hold the candle to show the way, right? To light the way, to be a leader. A wayshower, a wisher, Compass Starlight. Yeah, it's just, there's something to contemplate about that phrase. It's not so much that if a person can't hold a candle to it, to them, it means that they're kind of incompetent. But at the same time, if you're talking about a person that no one can hold a candle to them, it's as if to say that they are great, exalted, perhaps a master that does not need a candle. Of course, we are all learning. I don't think there's a master that could go without learning something, right? It's like, are you healed? Well, there's always healing to be done. I just had 3 cards drop from my deck. I like to pull these cards. What kinds of things can we focus on? What kind of attention? Or where should we be putting our attention? On what kinds of things can we meditate? So what we get? Cleo 19, Justice 37, and Polymnia 15. Cleo. Oh, riding that swan. Justice and Polymnia. Not a bad combination. So, number 19, Cleo. Modernity. This card always talks about remaining in step with the times without wasting your breath. This is a simpler way to put it is knowing where to invest your time. What serves you? What's in your best interest to pursue or not? Know thyself. What I don't... It's just something about this card that... It's the look on her face. kind of not caring, uncaring, right? Devil may care. And she's riding this swan or goose, and the look on its face is like, oh gosh, this hurts. I suppose, however, it's 19. It does remind me in a way of the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. She's leaving perhaps a land of treachery behind her, and she's taking whatever means necessary to move forward. Justice 37 is about having balance. Right there. Way. Oh, I don't know what happened to the music. My background. I just completely lost my train of thought. Weigh each opinion before expressing it. It's totally a Libra card. It's not just about balance, it's about being able to see both sides to an argument. Perhaps there's a third way. There we go. Huh, interesting. In this one, the crane holds the sphere. In relationship to Cleo, if that is an island of, or a land of treachery behind her, and she's moving to calmer waters, and the balance here is seeing that there was something to learn from that land of treachery, and that there will likely be complications and challenges wherever she's going. Yep. So be thankful for the lessons of the past and know that there will be more to come, but it will be a new experience and it will feel much better. It should feel lighter, whatever's coming to you in your future. And Polymnia 15. Aesthetics. Discover the inner beauty of things. Yeah. Discover the inner beauty of things. All right. It's much easier to find joy when you find the inner beauty of things. As far as, your greatest joy being attainable or not. Of course it is attainable. But the more that you can recognize the inner beauty, the smallest things, the more you connect with beauty and joy on a regular basis, the more you can fit it into your life in small pieces, the bigger the pieces will be. The more concurrent they will appear concurrently, right? They'll appear more frequently along the way as you recognize them, and each one will expand in some way. This is to say that, if you appreciate finding the penny on the floor, on the ground, and somebody buying you a coffee, maybe then you have to appreciate these little moments of like fortuitousness, right? Opportunity, prosperity. And then the next time something good happens, it would be like maybe you get offered a much larger discount on something, or you have an opportunity to do something that extends a longer duration of time, and you appreciate that and you enjoy that, and more positivity and joy come into your life and fill in the gaps. And if you focus your attention on the good stuff, the good stuff will grow in your life. I'm a little concerned about the background music. I don't know if it's totally overpowering the microphone here. It's supposed to be a directional microphone, so we'll see. It's just a random thing that I chose to put there as a buffer at the door. This is the Light Seer's Tarot. The other one, I just never feel like I can pronounce it correctly. Mentega Tarot. Not very good at shuffling either. Shoveling. I hope we're not due for snow. It's like 60 degrees yesterday with the storm we had. I will be posting a video of the view from the rocky shorelines, the big waves crashing at high tide. It was impressive. It was thunderous. Oh, those didn't even go. Just don't fit my hands very well. Try one more time. So the thing about those waves, the big, thunderous, high tide waves, is that they hold a lot of power. And when they crash on the shoreline, they throw rocks, they move rocks and boulders. They'll tear things apart. They really will. And it reminds me of the dismantling of the surface. And here recently I was thinking a lot about construction, right? We live in homes that are, well, most people live in homes that are built on some kind of foundation. We hope that the foundation is strong, and we like to think of like the things that we build in our lives are built on strong structures, even when we're using those words as metaphors. But the thing about construction and the erection of a building on land is that it dismantles the surface. And so in dismantling that surface, we're really stirring up the energy there. And then it changes the energy. And so then when you move into a building, or a building is raised and then something else is built in its place, there's still a lingering energy of what was there previously. It just, even if you're not erecting a new building somewhere, but you are moving in to a place that has had previous inhabitants, there's still an energy that lingers there. So it seems to me that it makes sense to dismantle the surface as little as we possibly can, as a way to protect and heal the planet. Just trying to think if I would agree that the same could be true for us. Like if we have a bubble around us and we want to dismantle the surface as little as we can for protection. We want to maintain our energy. We want to, yeah, maintain the vibration that we have. So the idea is to be as undisruptive, non-disruptive, unobtrusive as we can. We got the Four of Pentacles coming out on the table. I think one of my hesitations about that notion when it comes to people is that you do have to kind of crack the surface and go deep in order to heal yourself. And maybe that's kind of what this Four of Pentacles is saying, is that if you hold on too tight, what is that song? Hold on loosely, don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're going to lose control. So we need to dismantle some things in our own makeup, in our own psyche, so that we can heal, examine the source, and figure out what's truly in alignment with us, what belongs to us, and what belongs to society and culture, family beliefs that were imposed upon us starting at a very young age. And that is part of what we call generational trauma. So, we're in a point of time where we really want to heal that kind of stuff. But if you're finding yourself at a point where you can maintain a lot of balance and do the work on yourself, then we want to protect that bubble and not allow that surface to be dismantled, so that we can keep ourselves balanced and continue doing the work. That's not to say we don't let anybody in. We just have to be discerning and discriminating when it comes to who we allow to enter into our energy, into our space. Oh, it's a whole bunch of cards. That's like a whole reading right there. But I like what I see. Seven of Pentacles. Let's see if I get these. Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot. What's that in reverse? The King of Pentacles in reverse. Dang it. The Eight of Swords and the Page of Wands. Interesting. Maybe I don't know if I like these cards so much. I need to focus on this for a second. All right, so what I see here is this is that protection, holding on to that sphere so that it's not disrupted. But you got to open that coin purse too and dig through there. Like, I don't know how many people recognize like what a woman keeps in her purse. Everything. Now, there really could be a lot of things in there. I could give some examples, but I won't. Anyhow, there are things that end up in there that we really don't need to hold on to. Even if it's just receipts that get old and become useless. They're with regularity. A woman who carries a handbag or purse does empty it out and go through the items there. Get rid of the things that one does not need to carry around with them. It's a good idea. Yes, protect the things that are valuable, but you have to look through it. Open that up. That's also a metaphor. So whatever you are keeping close to you in your life, you also need to take a good look and see what are those things you're keeping close to yourself that maybe you should be letting go of. They've either stood, they don't stand the test of time. Like you go to Walgreens, right, and they print out that long receipt with all the coupons. I don't know if they, or CVS that used to do that, right? And then maybe you put the coupon in your handbag, your purse, but it just like, it expires after a period of time. You don't need it anymore. Was it valuable at one point? I mean, it had some value, but it was really just a piece of paper, but you hung on to it anyway. There are things like that, but metaphorically, there are things like that that we have in our lives that we could definitely part with. You need to look at them. And then this is, I'm seeing, representing the kind of shedding light on the roots of all things that you do surround yourself with, hold yourself dear to. The things you hold dear, the things that you hold around yourself, right? We need to shed some light on what are the roots that we have with those things. And again, like what do we still want to continue to hold onto that we want to see grow, and what of those things that we want to see grow do we need to nurture in our lives. And with that work on the self should come the balance. It's not the balance to move forward necessarily. This is moving forward with the balance, which is good, but the balance, recognition of what needs to be let go and what needs to stay, and with appreciation of the thing that needs to be let go. It served its purpose, and you have to appreciate it, even if it's like a friendship or a situation or a job or whatever it is that you're letting go of. You need to appreciate that it was there for you for a period of time in your life, so that it gave you an opportunity to learn something of value. And we move forward with the lesson of that. Oh, geez. That King of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. Just throw it around. It seems like a lack of some uncertainty about the wisdom we hold with money, or maybe there are things that you could be doing with your money or for your money, your finances, for your prosperity, for your legacy. I can give a good personal example. I'm expecting a tax refund, but my taxes are way overdue. I need to file them, but I'm resisting that, and by not doing them, I'm not getting that refund, and I'd really like it. But I need to file those taxes too, so I need to finish my paperwork. Yeah, it's a little I'm behind. It's not my favorite thing, but it's on my list. But it's a good example of like where I'm basically, it's a disservice to myself and how I'm handling my finances. So this would be try not to overspend. This would be invest wisely in the upright. Well, this would be, investing wisely, but this in the reverse, it's suggesting that you keep a watchful eye on your balance. Try not to overspend. Don't overextend yourself financially. And also, as far as investing at yourself, investing energy into projects, where are you investing? You need to be investing where you want these seeds to grow, where you want these roots to grow and to thrive, and you need to be aware of that. There may be some things that you need to switch around in terms of like how you're investing your time, your energy, your effort, your finances, and how can you get a better handle on that so that you can turn this upright. And that may cause you some anxiety, but probably just getting it all done. It just feels like there's it's like there's a timeline. It's like the clock is ticking on what? There's this excitement, the energy, excitement of moving forward into something new, and you know it's coming and that it's available to you, but you can't get there until you put this upright. Right? Which it's anxiety about that, because you have to do the work of sorting things out, of handling yourself, of handling the things that you have in your life that you're holding on to. And if you don't want to hold on to them, fine, let them go. But you got to do that. This is that anxiety of not being there yet, and knowing that you want to be, and knowing that the sooner you are able to transition out of this and, look more like, right? The sooner you'll be able to experience this, that joy of the Page of Wands. It's joy, it's liberation, it's freedom. It's right there. We all want that, right? It's exciting. That's the excitement we want. But you have to get through the muck. Yeah, that's the struggle. So I'm going to bring it back to these first cards that I drew, right? The remain in step with the times without wasting your breath. This one, Cleo, it's like really focusing your energy where it needs to go and not flitting away time on useless enterprises. What do you need to do for yourself? What do you need to take care of? I mean, I have lists up all on my wall every day. I make a list of things, and I don't get to everything every day. Most of it, I try to set realistic goals for myself, but like I'm trying to get there. How else am I going to get there? I got to keep looking at it. And there are things that I found on every list. It's the same thing on there. Every day. Every day's list has the same item. And I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. But sooner or later, it's got to come down. I started getting some of the things that I really don't want to handle. I started to make some progress. So yay, woohoo, good for me. But really focus your energy and your time on what you have to do in order to turn this to this and to get out of that, so that you can feel like that. And let's see, justice, that was weigh each opinion before expressing it. Yeah, okay. Are we just talking about opinions here though? I don't think so. I'm not looking at it like that. This is like weigh each item before expressing it. What value does this serve in my life? Do I want this? I mean, then before you chuck it, maybe you need to sleep on it. Maybe you need to put it in a pile, like, maybe, if it's a thing, right? You gotta weigh the value of whatever it is heavily. Weigh each opinion before expressing it. Weigh the value of each thing before chucking it. Weigh the value of each situation before dissolving it. And that last one was Polymnia, 15. Discover the inner beauty of all things. Yeah, right. That's part of the problem when you're looking at things. I mean, not in terms of how I was talking about it earlier, but And if you're literally looking at things or at situations and trying to determine the value before you check it, before you dismantle it, right? If it has beauty, what, you want to keep it? I mean, if it has joy, if it gives you joy, is that what it is? What is the line? Where do you draw the line? Does it make you feel good? Discover the inner beauty of things. I mean, so many things do have inner beauty. Everything does, really. Maybe it makes it easier to let it go if you can appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. Makes it easier to let it go if you appreciate it. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. You know what, though? I am going to pull an oracle card. Starseed Oracle. Let's see. We'll see if any of the sound came through after having that in the background. Oh, a flyer. It says, water your garden. Yeah, that's actually really nice. Maybe one more here. I haven't been making very many videos lately because I have another channel and it's insane. Like, it's just growing, and I'm really excited about it, but I'm also spending time maintaining it to grow it, and I've neglected this one. But you know what? I need to water my garden. Bring my energy back home here to this channel and nurture it a bit more, because it won't grow if it doesn't get watered. I had a chunk of cards fall out there, but it was way too many, and none of them flipped, but there it is. All right, so the first one, as I said, was water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. This is also nurturing. I know sometimes the Seven of Pentacles can be seen as like having so many options, waiting. Well, actually, no, that's not it. That's a different card. Seven of Pentacles is the waiting. Yes. Waiting for your seeds to grow. But you can't dig them up, right, to see how they're growing. You can't. Yeah, I mean, you can like dig up a plant and transplant it. You can tend to its roots that way, but he's like pulling something from the ethers. I don't know how I can show it in this card. There it is. If you can barely see a glow coming through his hands. It's amazing. I don't really understand how you can transfer energy through your hands, but okay. That doesn't mean I don't believe it's possible. Just like, you know, your greatest joy. How attainable is your greatest joy? It might be completely unrealistic, but that doesn't mean it's not possible. It is perfectly possible. All right, so water garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. And that is how I'm seeing this card, the Seven of Pentacles today, is really just sending out some love and some healing vibes, some good vibes, you know, some nurturing. But in this case, it's to the self. In this case, it's to the things that you want to keep in your life because you feel that they're in alignment with you. All right, the second card, though, that flipped out is called Starkeeper. This is Starkeeper. It's very pretty. Beautiful. Cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Yes. 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 Where was that? I feel like yep. That was this. I don't know if that's showing backwards. 7 of Pentacles to the Chariot. 2 sevens here. Yep. 2 sevens. I just noticed that. This is my card right here. This one. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Number 7. Anyhow. Yes, the Chariot though. That is my card. That's not the point. The point is, the Star Keeper is the cosmic ancestor. Seed the light by staying grounded. You put the heat, the love, the nourishment, the nourishing vibes into these seeds, all the things that you value and that you want to keep with you and that you want to see grow in your life. And then you maintain your balance and you appreciate all the things that you are letting go. That's like the dark horse, right? It's like the shadow work. You appreciate both the shadow and the light. You see the value in both, but you gotta let go of the things that no longer serve you. You have to let go of the things, the people and places, situations that are no longer in alignment with you. And that, to me, is what this card is saying. Right? Seed the light by staying. I'm trying to read backwards here. Balanced. Staying grounded. Yeah, you really have to stay grounded. The 2 horses in the Chariot can help you stay grounded. They help you keep balance. You have to balance the light and the dark, the positive and the negative in life. Yes, you can recognize that darkness. You can recognize the negative things that happen in a day. But stay grounded and know that it's just a moment in time and the moment passes and there are equally as many good things. I mean, honestly, I was in a bad mood this morning and something happened and I didn't like it. It was just like an inconvenience. You know, it was like nobody did anything. It just, something happened and it was just like, oh man, of course this had to happen. It's all because of my attitude. But come to think of it, I really don't feel like a whole lot I haven't recognized such a specific ball of negativity in my life lately. And of course, like, I allowed it to be there because of my attitude. But my point is, when you're balanced, you are able to just kind of like navigate pretty easily through the negative and through the positive. You know, give appreciation, and it's just like, it doesn't weigh on you. The negative stuff doesn't really weigh on you as much. And because I had a bad attitude this morning, I really noticed that situation, occurrence, event, whatever. And it just stood out because I haven't seen a lot of that. That doesn't mean it's not there, though. I think that's the point I'm trying to get to, is that, like, yes, those things, every day there are negative things that are around us in our world, but like, I'm oblivious to them most of the time. Because I don't focus my attention there. I don't dwell there. But today I did. Yep, and I give thanks for that. Anyway, what can I say? Try to stay positive and try to stay balanced. Try to recognize the things that truly have value in your life and nurture those things. And when you can recognize the things in your life that maybe are not serving you, try to do the work and the healing so that you can let them go. That doesn't mean you don't appreciate them. It doesn't mean that you don't appreciate the lessons they've taught you. It just means that you have to let go. And when you let go, you open the door for something new to step in. Something even better. Something even better. So don't be afraid to put in your notice at that job. Something better will be out there. I'm not suggesting that you quit your job before you start searching for a new one. I'm just saying there are better things out there. And if you do the work of investing in yourself by applying for other jobs that suit you better, you'll be able to step out one door and into another. And the same goes for many different types of situations in life. So anyway, Page of Pentacles in the Chariot. Oh, that's a nice turnaround. That's what we can look forward to. Thank you very much, because honestly, that King of Pentacles in reverse really just, I wasn't super psyched about that. I like the King of Pentacles. So, Page of Pentacles in the Chariot. That is a good, solid start. That's like a good first step. That's a stable. Something stable. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight, and be well until next time. Take care.